Okay. Hello everyone, welcome back to the live stream. So, for today's live stream, I'm doing another nostalgic live stream. Starting off with Blockbuster. Now, this one I never really grew up with, but I did hear that there is one last Blockbuster in the United States somewhere. I think it's in like Oregon, something like that. Yeah. Anyways, Blockbuster was basically a movie store where you can buy movies, sometimes even video games. They also had other stuff like ice cream, snacks, popcorn. It just had that whole movie theater vibe, like the smell of that popcorn and that plastic. Just wow. But then that's when until things like Netflix and Redbox came. Now Blockbuster had to shut down for good. Ah, yes, this one hits close to home. Rage comics. I almost said rage memes. Rage comics were these videos with these funny faces. The most iconic one, the troll face. Nowadays, I find rage comics pretty funny, to be honest. Sometimes I'd even draw them too, if I get like the right angle. 'Cause you know me. What's wrong with that? Okay, finally. Angry Birds. Angry Birds was this 2011 Finnish game created in Finland by Rovio or something like that. Angry Birds was basically where you play as a round bird, and you would launch it out of a slingshot, and then you would hit the pigs. I loved the game a lot. I found it kind of addicting. My favorite Angry Bird probably has to be Howl, the boomerang bird. I absolutely do not know why. But now Finland has deleted the original Angry Birds game for good. Toys R Us. This one hits close back to home, and it's kind of sad too. Toys R Us was this old toy store from the 1960s all the way to 2018. Their mascot was a giraffe named Jeffrey, and the store had endless aisles of nothing but toys, Legos, dolls, video games, and many, many more. But now Toys R Us was shut down forever, and because they ran out of business. But they still plan on having them in like malls and Macy's and all that. I did witness a Toys R Us and a Macy's though back when I visited my family. Oh, this one, Phineas and Ferb. Phineas and Ferb was this 2007 Disney show about these two boys named Phineas and Ferb, and basically they come up with these ideas to build stuff, like for example rocket ships, roller coasters, a robot, all that stuff. And sometimes I also feel like it wasn't really most about them. I feel like it was mostly about their pet platypus Perry. But yeah, it's still going on today, but I absolutely do not know why. Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog was a 2000. Sonic the Hedgehog was a 1992 Sega game created by Sega in Japan. Basically feature this blue hedgehog going fast, because that's what hedgehogs do, that they're fast. But now I feel like the character doesn't really look like an actual hedgehog sometimes. But I love Sonic ever since I was a little kid. If it wasn't for my dad, I would have known him. Bill Nye. Bill Nye, the science guy, aka Bill Nye, because that's his actual name, was a show on, I think, Disney or something like that. Was basically about this scientist guy named Bill, and he teaches you like a lot of educational stuff, like for example, colors and space and animals and all that. Basically, a lot of cool stuff. I loved Bill Nye, the science guy, but I heard that he went to prison due to drug stuff. I don't know why. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Courage the Cowardly Dog was a Cartoon Network show from the 1990s. I did not know what this was, but then the show appeared on Netflix, and then my dad showed me it, and then you get the whole thing. Pogs. Pogs were these little cardboard discs shaped like poker chips, where they're either made out of, sometimes they were made out of rubber, or plastic, or metal. It was a popular game in Hawaii, and soon, at the end of the game, the Pogs would be replaced to would be given back to its rightful owner. Book fair. Oh yes, book fairs were these little fundraising things that your schools did, where you got to buy books at a store. At your school, in your local school library. I remember going to book fairs. I only remember going to one, because I only been to one. And I also remember buying a Plants vs. Zombies comic book. I think I still have it. Oh, ASDF movie. ASDF movie, or as I like to call it, ASDF movie, was this flash animation on Newgrounds and YouTube, where basically just a bunch of random stuff, like for example, um, like the Muffin song, or I Like Trains, or Everybody Do the Flop, all that kind of stuff. Rickrolling. Rickrolling was this it was a meme, and basically you would show someone a video, like for example, how to get more Robux. Why do I call it Robux? I don't know. I don't play Roblox. but except it would play the song "Never Could Give You Up" by Rick Astley. Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's was a 2014 horror game, where you basically played as a night guard, and you would got this scary Chuck E. Cheese like place, and basically you would keep an eye on the animatronics. It was kind of scary, but I liked it. I was a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan when I was 4. I loved it a lot. And I still do to this day. I even have the first game. PewDiePie. PewDiePie, aka Felix, was this Swedish YouTuber. And his first video was him playing Amnesia, and then he played a bunch of other games too. I loved him a lot. He was my favorite YouTuber. But unlike YouTubers like Mr. Beast, I don't like him. I do not like Mr. Beast at all. But yeah, I am a big PewDiePie fan, and now he lives in Japan. So if you want to visit him or see him, there you go. I don't know which state of Japan though. Regular Show. This is the last one. Regular Show was his 2010 Cartoon Network show. Well, it was more of an adult show, actually, because of all the adult stuff in it. Basically, it was these two animals. It featured a blue jay named Mordecai and a raccoon named Rigby, and they worked at this park. And I'm not really good at explaining, but I love the show a lot. So did my dad. So yeah, that's all for today. For today's live stream. So goodbye.